Angry MGTOW here, and today I have a treat. I have some dumb American on, and I think if the name fits, the name fits. Today we're going to be discussing feminism, MGTOW, and why girls suck. So, some dumb American, tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started.
What is it exactly you'd like to know?
I don't know, about your channel, about how many dicks you've ridden on. I mean, just the general stuff. Come on.
Well, I have a channel that is rapidly growing. I do a stream with Ranting Monkey pretty much nightly now, so that's been keeping me busy. I'm in school, and that pretty much takes up most of my time.
Okay, how old are you?
I will be 20 in a week.
20. Okay, so you haven't hit the wall just yet. Okay.
The wall.
The wall. Yeah, it's that place in time where women realize that men don't find them desirable anymore. Now,
Okay.
you did forget one question. You didn't tell us how many dicks you've ridden.
Yeah, it's none of your business.
I mean, hey, we're all friends, right?
Yeah, but my personal life is nobody else's business.
Okay, so we're just going to assume you're a massive slut. All right, so let's get into the subject.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, I really don't see why it matters, actually.
I mean,
how many dicks have you ridden? Like, how many girlfriends have you had?
Well, I mean, I've probably banged about 25 hookers. I've only had a few girlfriends. See how honest I am? Look at that. You see that transparency? I'm not ashamed. See, women are so full of shit that you can't even be honest about the cock carousel and what you've done. How about you open up now?
The cock carousel? What?
Yeah. It's basically you guys ride it like a merry-go-round. You just hop from one dick to the other. You just keep riding.
Yeah, right. That must be why I've been single for a year and a half. Because I'm just hopping on all sorts of dicks, right?
I mean that, or maybe you contracted HPV or syphilis or gonorrhea and you just had to take a break. I don't know.
No, I am careful and I'm clean because I'm not a fucking idiot. But
okay, so you've been like having them wrap it up before they stick it up your butt.
If you want to put it that way.
Okay. Do you like it up your butt?
That's none of your fucking business.
I mean, you just said a moment ago if you want to put it that way, so we know that you've already done anal. It's just I was asking if you liked it or not.
Fuck.
All right. If you don't want to own up to it, we'll just keep assuming you're a massive slut. All right, so let's get into the meat of this.
I still don't understand why my personal sex life. Why does it matter? I mean,
well, it correlates. I mean, women only have one function in life: to open their legs and close their mouths, and you guys have fucked that up recently.
So can I just ask you something?
Of course.
What happened to you? I mean, because there has to be some reason why you're super bitter about. I mean, like, because some women become feminist and crazy cat ladies, and some guys turn into, you.
Some guys become MGTOWs, yeah?
Yeah, and you're also, well, you said you are the angry MGTOW, but, you're just really upset and, a little obsessed with my sexual activity, and it's a little weird.
Well, it's not obsessed with your sexual activity. We're just talking about your promiscuity. There's a difference. Okay? I mean, if you don't want to admit that you're a massive slut, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to bring that out. But don't assume that something happened to me, and that's the reason why I'm questioning the things you've done. And if you have, if you've contracted an STD, or if you have HIV or possibly full-blown AIDS, which is the reason why you haven't had a sexual relationship in the last year and a half, although I doubt it, because I think you would probably still keep riding the cock carousel anyway, because most women today, especially your age, are irresponsible.
That is absolute fucking bullshit.
What's
Like,
bullshit
why
about
would I not take care of myself? Why would anybody not do that?
it?
I
You
mean,
women.
look, listen, my best friend, like,
Mhm.
all right, here. I would take care of myself no matter what. But my best friend was gay. And I know people who have AIDS.
Mhm.
And not that you really need that as a motivation, but if you really want some motivation, you should absolutely meet some people who have to deal with that kind of stuff. There is no good reason, even if you are promiscuous, not to take care of yourself.
Okay. So I mean, when was the last time you had an HIV test?
Um, about 6 months ago.
Was it negative?
Yeah, of course it was negative.
Okay. Did you have an STD test because you were having unprotected sex?
No,
Oh, so you just wanted to be sure, just in case.
like I said, my best friend's gay. I've learned to be super, super careful.
Is your best friend HIV positive?
No, he's dead, but he was not HIV positive.
What did he die from?
I don't see why it's relevant.
I mean, you brought it up.
Um, he died of a drug overdose.
It sounds like you're crying over there. Did I just make you cry?
It sounds like I'm crying. You really think that you could make me cry?
Sounded like you were pouting over there for a moment. You know, it sounds like it was a really, really hurtful and emotional time in your life. You know, because your gay friend is now dead.
Why would it be weird that I would be upset that my best friend died?
You know, he was your best. You're okay. So your gay best friend died from a drug overdose. It's not weird that you'd be upset. If you need to cry, we're all here for you. We're all happy to listen to you cry.
Yeah, I
But
don't need to cry.
that's not why you're here today, though, because you're deviating. We're talking about MGTOW, feminism. That's what we're supposed to be talking about. But you're all
You're the
over.
one who asked if I liked taking dick up my butt, and
Yeah,
and you
simple
asked about
question.
my
Simple question.
status, and you're
It was a
questioning
simple
whether or
question.
not I would purposely give somebody else AIDS. So,
Would you?
would I? Are you fucking kidding me? You're
I don't
right.
know. You're the first time I've ever spoken to you in my entire life.
Why would anybody? I'm pretty sure the default for most people is that you wouldn't do something like that because that is an absolutely abhorrent and morally reprehensible thing to do.
In Germany, a number of years ago, there was a famous singer who had sex with a number of men after she was aware that she had become HIV positive, and they basically asked her, "Why did you do this?" She stood trial. They asked, "Why did you do this? Why didn't you tell them that you had HIV?" And she said in court that she did it because she wanted to give it out to them. She basically said she had it, so she wanted to give it to other men.
Yeah,
And
what a fucking cow.
yeah, and she
Her
was
specifically as a
and
human being,
and she
which
got
has
away
nothing
with
to
it.
do with anybody else.
And she got away with it. She didn't even go to jail.
Well, that's wrong. She should have.
But that's not how society works. Society basically gives ladies like you, women in general, a
Ladies
pass,
like me?
pussy pass. Yes, women, period. You guys get a pussy pass. You're not, no, no, you're not held accountable for anything. I mean,
No,
you like,
no, 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 no.
you like
Calm.
children.
Hold on. Shut the fuck up for a second. You
No,
do
no,
not
no,
get.
okay, hold on.
No, no, no. You don't
Don't
get
tell
to.
me to shut
No,
the fuck up on my channel. All
shut up.
right?
Listen to
No, no,
me. You do
no, you
not.
shut.
No, you do
If
not
you want
get
to
to
speak,
compare me
if
to
you want
somebody
to
who
speak,
purposely
then
gave
you are
other
going to
people
show me
AIDS.
some
You
respect. You're going to
absolute
show me some respect if you would like.
disingenuous
If
piece of
you
shit. What is
apologize,
wrong
if
with
you would like to
you?
speak, then you are going to show some respect. Do you understand me?
No.
There we go. We
Fuck
can do this
you.
all day
No,
long.
you have just
No,
no,
if
you
you want to
flat out
speak, then
accused
I
me
can talk over you as much
of
as you
wanting
want. As if you
to
want to
give
speak,
other people AIDS.
please allow me to speak.
Why would I respect you?
That's just a natural thing. I mean, you're basically in here saying that, you know, we shouldn't treat people, you know, like everyone else, but here you are acting like a total asshole. So if you want to speak, you're going to show me some
I'm acting
respect
like an
on my
asshole?
channel when we're talking. Say, please allow me to speak. All right?
No,
Because
I'm
you're
not
being a
acting
total
like
bitch right now.
you
You're being
asked
a
me to
total
be
bitch
here.
right now.
You asked me to be here. And the fact that you would sit there and accuse me of purposely giving other people uh, sexually transmitted diseases,
I did not accuse you. I did
are
not
a piece of
accuse you.
shit.
I did not just say I wouldn't put it past you.
Yeah, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Hey, you can call me what you want. At the end of the day, I don't know you. I don't know how many dicks you've ridden. I don't know how many cocks you've taken up the ass. I don't know how many guys you've lied to. I mean, look at their personality. You're cursing me out. You're telling me off.
You put me in the same category with somebody who purposely gave people AIDS. Yeah, that pissed me off because I would never do something like that.
I don't know. The first time we're talking to each other, you have to you're the one on trial. All right,
I'm not on trial for anything.
You're guilty until proven innocent. I mean,
what?
That's how women are today. You guys are guilty until proven innocent because you guys are ultimately guilty. You've done so much bad.
I have a question. Does anybody fuck you? And like, if so, why would they?
You see, that's how funny it is. As soon as you get pissed off, you go for as many low blows as you possibly can.
You asked me about my sex life. I think it's fair. I mean, because
I like hookers.
Oh, right, because because at least they get something out of it, right?
I get something out of it too. I get plenty out of it. I get pussy. It's a win. They're the only honest women out there.
What, hookers?
Yeah, they're honest.
You mean they're the only women who have so little self-respect that they would actually sleep with you?
I mean, do you think that you're better than anyone else just because you're out riding the cock carousel for free and potentially contracting diseases? That's nothing to boast about or write home about. You automatically try to shame me and say that I can't get laid because I've basically questioned who you are and the things you've done. Oh, you must be a faggot, Angry MGTOW. Oh, you can't get laid.
I didn't say you were a faggot. Is there something wrong? Would there be something wrong with you being gay?
No, nothing at all. But that's what you women ultimately go for.
I didn't say that. I asked.
That's what you guys.
If you could get a sex life without paying for it.
You ultimately go after my sexuality because you feel threatened. If I threaten you in any way, if you feel threatened in any way, because I call you out on your bullshit, that's how you women operate. You ultimately try to say a man is either gay. I'm not saying you did just now, but you guys either say that a guy is gay, or you say that they can't get laid.
What bullshit? What bullshit? Listen to me.
Doctors, lawyers, we have engineers, physicists among MGTOW. So we're not a group of men who simply can't get laid. We're going our own way. We're turning our backs on bitches like you who have no respect and no decency for us. No decency whatsoever.
I mean, you say, but like, see, this is the thing. You're putting me in a category that I don't belong to. I don't belong to a category of women who would go around purposely getting people sick, and that's who you automatically associated me with, and yeah, that pissed me off.
Again, it doesn't really matter if it pissed you off or not. Using ad hominems or basically deflecting doesn't change the fact of what you said a moment ago. Does it? Does it at all?
Which
it does
is
not.
What? That I asked about your sex life, you asked about mine. I think that's a pretty fair.
And the reason why you asked about mine was suggesting whether or not I could get laid because I must.
Yeah, because I don't think you can. I think that's why you're MGTOW. I mean, why else would you do it? I mean, if the only way that you can get laid is by paying for it, I mean, if you could actually get laid and you could actually be happy with somebody, why would you be MGTOW? There's no good reason.
And that's the funny thing, because you women don't get it. You don't seem to realize that MGTOW don't need you. It's not that we can't get laid. Many of us are handsome guys. Many of us have lots of money in the bank. Many of us are extremely physically fit. All right. Many of us have gone through tons of women. So why are we here? It's because you guys are toxic, narcissistic, egotistical, and miserable to be around. It's so sad that you can't see outside of your own bullshit to realize why men would go MGTOW. You're the perfect example of a woman that does not have any self-awareness and thinks that you guys are so great that men can't say no to you if you would open your legs and give us a pat on the back.
When did I say that like a man can't say no to me?
You just suggested that if a MGTOW could find a woman who would fuck him and make him feel good, then why would he want to be a MGTOW? I mean, you're so
isn't that? I mean, that's kind of what feminists do when they turn into old cat women who hate men, because they're upset that they're kind of useless and that nobody wants to be around them, so they pretty much just give up. Women do it too.
Oh, it's funny because you're trying to say we're crazy cat guys. Here's the thing.
You are. No, you're crazy robot fuckers. Like, that's what you are. But
robot fuckers. Fucking a robot would be better than fucking you. Let's just put that out there.
Do you really think that I would let you anywhere near me?
Oh, I didn't say I want to fuck you. I don't want I don't want a disease, or I don't want
a disease. Really?
Let's take some questions from the chat, because I know
disease. What? Why would you think that I have a disease?
You come across as the kind of person who would have one. Let's take some questions from the chat. Just the things you said. Let's see what these guys. What questions do you have for her? Come on, guys. Go ahead and pose your questions. I'm looking through the chat right now. Someone points out, who can't get laid in 2017? I mean, you guys are massive whores. That's one thing. Holy shit. Who's this guy, Jeff?
What's up, baby cakes? How you doing?
How did he get in here?
Well, I used my I hired Anonymous, this elite hacker known as 4chan, to hack your stream so I could infiltrate. This is a huge part of the gynocracy conspiracy. This is actually the matriarchy is trying to infect your MGTOW circle.
Okay, some dumb chick. Did you invite him in here?
I don't know who the fuck this girl is. I'm here to talk to you, Angry MGTOW.
Did you invite this guy in here?
Why would I do that?
Of course not. No, that'd be ridiculous. I don't even know who she is.
The hell is this guy?
The hell is who guy? Who am I? Well, I'm Jeff Holiday, baby.
Oh shit, Jeff Holiday.
Yeah. Hi. It's been a while since we talked.
Jeff Holiday, wait a minute. Oh gosh. Dude, you should have made yourself known. I was about to kick you out. What do you want, Jeff?
I wanted to join in the conversation. It sounded like a rousing conversation. I had to jump in a little bit.
Okay. I mean, I'm basically just letting, some dumb American know the reasons why she's totally full of shit. And it's absolutely true. And I know you're here to act like a little mangina and a white knight for her. That's fine as well.
What's she wrong about?
I mean, everything. I mean, listen, I understand that you're one of the guys.
No, like what?
I understand that. Listen, I understand that you would just love to smell her vagina. You'd love to smell her vagina.
I'm pretty sure he's in a committed
chunks from her menstrual flow, or taste her discharge. I understand you would be into those kinds of things, Jeff Holiday. But us guys are not deep into that. Us guys don't need that. Us guys don't need to eat her shitty ass.
Will you answer the question?
Go ahead, Jeff.
You answer the question.
You just butted into.
I'm asking you an honest question. You so far haven't answered it yet. What's she wrong about specifically?
Well, she's very wrong about the fact that MGTOW are men who can't get laid, and that's the reason why we've gone our own way. Because who would go our own way if we could find a nice woman to settle down with? Because women are so fucking wonderful. I mean, she immediately goes after our sexuality, trying to suggest that we are.
I got your answer. Mm-hmm. I got your answer. I understand that. Before you go off onto the next 5 or 6 or 7 points on some gish gallop. So then ask the question. So, hey, some dumb American, do you believe that every single person who goes MGTOW is only MGTOW because they can't get laid?
I think it might be part of it. I also think that they're paranoid. And I also think that they are, maybe they're just not confident in their own ability to pick a partner. Because it really shouldn't be that I get that sometimes shit happens and you can't prepare for everything, but
yeah, shit happens, right?
You should be able to pick out a good partner, and it's not easy for anybody to find a partner that works out.
You completely neglect how men are destroyed in divorce court. You neglect how suicide rates among men is something like 4 to 1 compared to women. How we're dying 90%
I'm pretty sure she knows that though. Pretty sure she knows that.
Oh, I guess she doesn't care then.
Did I say that?
Do you care, some dumb American?
Yeah, of course I care. I think it's a huge issue.
Well, there you go.
But it's not necessarily. I don't really think it's related to why you wouldn't get together with somebody or why you wouldn't try it. I mean, I think that.
So you don't get your life ruined, so you don't lose your kids in divorce court.
Well, like I said, I think it comes from a place of paranoia, and I don't think that paranoia is necessarily unjustified. But now that we have a situation where women my age are earning the same, if not more, than our male counterparts, that's going to even out really soon.
Or hopefully it will.
Yeah, because you end up with, really, you're just going to end up following the money.
Because I tell you what, I had a really gnarly relationship a few years back that probably almost would have compelled me to go MGTOW myself. I did not feel like I could actually trust a woman. I had repeated situations where I've been cheated on, I'd been taken advantage of monetarily, that sort of thing. And I lost faith in the capacity to have an actual good relationship. But instead of necessarily adopting an ideology about it, which if somebody does, whatever, that's fine. Instead, I just took a break from doing those things and putting myself in those situations until I felt like I was strong enough to be able to attempt dating again. And then I did. It happened to work out.
Yeah, and I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's unhealthy at all. I mean, that's the situation that I'm in, where I know that I'm working and I'm trying to make YouTube work, and I'm in school, and that takes up a lot of my time. And I'm just not in a position where I'm interested in dating. I mean, that's perfectly fine, especially if you're young and you're in college.
Sure.
To do. I mean,
okay, Jeff, here's the funny thing, though. You just basically said, you were taken advantage of. Now think about how many men are taken advantage of, lose their house, lose their homes, lose their children, lose everything. And they thought they were in a relationship with a great person. But it's very easy to say, oh, well, you're just really shitty at choosing people. You're just a bad, you just don't know how to read people very well.
Okay, so that happening to a person does not necessarily make them MGTOW. MGTOW is not the end result of somebody being abused. MGTOW is an ideology based around a mutual assured support of men who decide that they no longer want to get into a relationship with women. That does not require them to have had that abuse. By adopting that, tries to turn MGTOW itself into a victim cult. And I know it's not a victim cult because there are plenty of MGTOWs who are not victims. They just made that choice because it made the most sense for themselves.
Well, here's the thing. And here,
so I have to ask you, though, are you more interested in making MGTOW in and of itself a victim cult? Like, is that really where you want it to go? Do you want it to be reliant only upon men having been abused and gone through pain, and that's why MGTOW exists? Or do you just want to sell it on an ideology of self-confidence and protection?
Obviously not. It is an ideology of confidence, and we are looking to bring a lot of younger men who did not go through these things so that they will never go through these things. The reason why I bring up this is one of the reasons why a lot of men end up coming to MGTOW, because they've gone through this experience. But MGTOW is not solely for men who have been victimized by women. MGTOW is meant to help protect men from going through a lot of that pain and suffering that so many of us have experienced.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you could try, but I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know how old you are, but
I'm 33 years old.
We're very similar ages. I don't know about you, but some of the shit that I've gone through in my life helped to define and shape who I am today. Now, I really do kind of wish, probably with 3/4 of my being, I wish that I could spare some of the shit that happened to me as a kid on other guys. But there's at least 1/4 of it where I'm glad that I experienced it because it made me strong as a person. So how do you weigh that?
It's interesting you say that, because while it's interesting how resilience works. Some people are resilient, others are not, and our experiences are all different. And while you were able to pretend to get through it, supposedly, some other men may not get through it, and those experiences might lead them to drug abuse, suicide, or any number of other things, including homicide.
Do you understand that any number of experiences, whether they be relationship-wise or not?
Thanks for stopping by, SomeDumbAmerican. I'm going to talk to Jeff now. Bye-bye. Yeah, you don't need to be here anymore. I'm just going to get rid of you. There we go. So, Jeff, go ahead. Continue on.
Okay, well, so saying that it depends on like different people. Some people might actually be able to deal with it better. Some people might lead towards suicide, depression, that sort of thing. This is gonna sound callous, but so what?
So what? I mean, so what that there's high number of men killing themselves, and the fact
no, we should do something about that. Yeah, of course. But
right?
the thing is, like, okay, we're talking about we're basically trying to take an arbitrary large situation and start stripping it down and applying it to very specific people's life experiences. You know, some of the things that I endured in life, you know, you put it against somebody who might not have had the kind of emotional support structure growing up, and they might have fucking off themselves, you know, or maybe somebody who survived something tougher. If I had to go through it, maybe I would have off myself. Who knows? But I feel like if you're going to be talking about and you're going to be framing the pain individually that men can go through, you can't just like broad sweep it. You need to have a more collective idea of support, and not really like a histrionic worst case scenario thing, because you know what that makes you sound like, and that's not what you want to sound like. So I'm just saying. I
mean, who are you to tell me what I want to sound like? At the end of the day, I really don't care.
You want to sound right. You want to sound right.
You know, here's the thing about sounding wrong and right. Wrong and right is subjective. It's essentially your definition of right and my definition of right are not going to be the same definition. Let's not forget that. I'm not trying to please anyone or to make anyone think that, you know, I'm better or
you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah,
you even said it. You even said it earlier. Like, we want to get younger and younger men to make sure they're safe and they're.
You misunderstand. I'm not looking for validation from other men. Okay, I don't need another man to tell me that I'm right.
I didn't say that's what you're looking for.
The message that I deliver, the message that MGTOW are delivering is take it or leave it. All right, they can listen to what guys like you are saying. You know, like, oh yeah, well, we've been through some shit in our life, but now we have a great wife with dreads, and we've got kids, and life is all awesome.
That's the problem.
You're gonna be okay.
You're not being honest when you say that. Like, you do want to come across as right. You want to come across as convincing. You want your ideas to take hold. Everybody does. I deliver my message. What you're talking about makes it sound like it's like validation is conditional to be right and wrong. Well, that's incorrect. I'm not trying to phrase it that way. I'm not. If it's coming across that way, that's not what I'm just trying. I'm just trying to be. Okay. Well, that's not my intention. My intention is just to be like that emotion is shared by damn near everybody who wants to get their points across. You know, that's what I'm trying to get across. I'm not trying to like, it's not a disparaging.
And that's the thing about MGTOW. MGTOW are different in the sense that we don't care in that sense. The need for validation, the need for people to agree with us is not something that MGTOW's whole common ground on. We're essentially doing our own thing. We're putting this information out there. If someone wants it, they can take it. If someone disagrees with it, they can go their own way, and they can basically listen to guys like you. They can see how that works out for them. It's funny, Jeff, because a guy like you can give out your advice and basically tell men it's going to be okay, but you're not really looking at the experiences that so many guys are having in the West. You're overlooking it.
How am I overlooking it though?
Jeff, shit is bad these days between men and women. Women are extremely narcissistic, and I know you want to say that it's not every single woman on. No, go ahead.
I'm not gonna say hashtag not all. But I mean, like, okay, it's another thing with like generalizations, man. You know, I can't generalize my experience with every dude because I definitely did not live the same life as most dudes.
Let me ask you this, Jeff. Ordinary. You ever heard of Compton?
Compton?
Have you?
What? Spell it.
Compton. It's a place.
Compton. I think yes, yeah. No, I've been to Compton. Yeah, I've been to Compton.
Okay, you've been to Compton. Now, yeah. I mean, is it a generalization to say that Compton is a bad place?
Yes, it is, because Compton is actually fucking great during the daytime. Just don't hang out after nightfall, and you're fine.
You see,
lovely people.
You are a crackpot, dude.
Dude, have you been to fucking Compton?
No, and I'm not going to fucking Compton.
Then dude, how the fuck do you know? Oh my god. You fucking Weasley little tard. Come on.
Yeah, not tard.
Have you heard about Compton? Have you heard of? Yes, actually, I've been to Compton. Well, yeah, would you say it's a bad one? Actually, no, it's really nice during the day. Well, no, you're a liar. Have you been to Compton? No, dude, come on, man. Because you just made a complete ass out of yourself. You're smarter than that. You are so much smarter than that.
Look at the number of people who are killed in Compton. You deny the statistics.
Do you know what actually has statistically more murder rates in Compton? Detroit, fucking Pigeon Town, where I used to live, in fucking New Orleans. Shit, man, there are certain parts of Portland, Oregon, which is not a very crime-ridden city, that at times of the year have had a higher crime rate than Compton.
You don't respect statistics, and you don't respect experience.
You don't even know the statistics? You've never been to Compton? Oh my God, come on, man. You're just fucking with me. You have to be either fucking with me at this point, or you accidentally just threw yourself in the corner to kick your own ass. Like, come on, dude.
Compton, where people Compton was once considered the murder capital in the West. Are you kidding me?
10 years ago, dude. 10 years ago. You been to Compton lately? It ain't that bad.
The point I'm making, and I just
have you ever been to Harlem? You ever been to Harlem?
Dude, I'm from New York.
Okay, so you know if you go to Harlem during the day. Harlem's one of the most diverse, fun, awesome fucking parts in New York City out there. It's awesome. If you're a certain skin tone, you probably don't want to be hanging out too super late after dark. Fucking Compton's getting that way too, man. It's getting the same. It's getting close to the levels that Harlem is. You go and you hang out during the day and you're fine. You go at night.
Here's the thing that you're not getting. I was just using that as an example to point out.
And it was a bad example.
Okay. How about we use a needle in a haystack example? If you've got a stack of needles and you've got some hay in there somewhere, are you really gonna jump into needles to find a piece of hay?
That's like that fucking feminist argument with the poisoned M&Ms, man. That's so fucking bad.
It's a bit different. Because you can see that these things are gonna kill you. They are to me to laugh your ass off.
Use the feminist fucking argument.
You can do whatever you want, Jeff. Laugh your ass off, because you're the kind of guy that sends men into bad relationships and end up losing everything.
Oh my God, I'm fucking dying! Holy shit, dude! Look, dude. All right, hang on. Let me catch my breath. Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus! I thought I was gonna.
You got it all out. Did you get it all out? You good? You good?
If you're gonna use an example, if you're gonna use an analogy, make sure the analogy is right, because that was a bad analogy. I mean, if a man
needs a woman like a fish needs a hook. You like that one?
I mean, at least I can't argue that one, but you can argue the Compton one.
You're a fucking idiot, but it's fine, Jeff.
I'm a fucking idiot, and you're the one who misrepresented a city you've never been in, and then tried to call me an idiot because I've actually been there and know what I'm talking about, and you don't. You're basing your opinion of a city off of like movies and dude, fucking whatever kind of statistics you probably read like 6 years ago.
You're unrelatable. You sound irrational. You sound like you're on cocaine right now. I mean, this is the way you're speaking. It's hard to even have a rational, coherent conversation with you.
I'm not even having a conversation with you. You know what? This is the best part. All I have to do, and this is why I love you so much, Angry MGTOW. I really do. I think you are a blessing to the internet, because all I had to do was come on here and slow the conversation down and then ask some questions. And it actually started turning out that you and SomeDumbAmerican were actually agreeing on things. You started getting along. And once you started getting along, you kicked her out because you couldn't be seen as getting along with her. So then you start trying to talk to me, totally not understanding that all I'm going to do is take the piss out of it. I'm not going to have a serious conversation with you. You're a po. I know you're a po. That all of these gullible fucking dudes out there don't know that this is all a giant joke is the funniest fucking thing I have ever heard of in the past 6 months on YouTube. That's why I love you so much. That's why I'm like your biggest fucking fan.
You know, it's funny.
Incredible.
You think I'm a po, and it's great because, there's a saying, Jeff, First, they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. So keep laughing at it. Think that we're not serious. Think that the MGTOW community is just filled with pose and that we're just laughable guys. There's no way that we can be serious about anything that we're saying. I'm completely just joking. I'm making it all up as I go along.
No, I don't think
I'm a po Jeff Holiday, right? Okay, you'll see just how serious we actually are.
I can't wait to see the sweaty, gasping for breath, overweight line of fucking Spartan warriors coming to fight the culture war, dude. That sounds great.
I mean, do you actually watch my videos? Because I put out 2 videos yesterday discussing how men's rights activists were killing feminists in Asia. Did you see that one?
Nope.
Yeah, it was reported by Al Jazeera. Check that out.
Nah, I'm good. I got better shit to do.
Yeah, no, I know. Because you talk about echo chambers, and then here you are in your own little echo chamber. You're like, nah, I'm good. I won't even pay attention to the statistics, to the facts.
You can't cry. You can't cry about echo chambers when you and all your pals literally have the same 5 letters in your name every single time. I'm just. You have made me laugh so hard. I gotta poop.
You came.
I gotta go, dude. I gotta go. You're literally making me laugh so hard. I have to go poop. I don't want to poop myself. This is too good. God bless you, Angry MGTOW. Keep doing what you do. You're doing.
Yeah. So I just picked that fuckboy out, and guys, as you can see, there was no rational point for discussion with that fuckboy. There was no place to actually have any real means of discussion. They are afraid of us. They are afraid of our message. They're afraid of what we have to say. They're afraid of what we're achieving as men. They are petrified of MGTOW because they can't stop us. We are unstoppable. Do you listen to the shit that SomeDumbAmerican said? She basically had no sympathy, no rationalization for the things that were happening to men. And she didn't care. She basically said, well, you know, even though those things are happening, a normal man would still want to get into a relationship with a woman. Because if you don't, then you must not be able to. Because a man has to want access to sex. A man has to want access to a woman's vagina. She believes that vaginas are, you know, God's grace to men. Then you bring in this guy, Jeff Holiday. Listen to the crap that came out of his mouth. I tried to have a rational conversation with him. I tried to give him examples, not the best examples, but examples in general, just to highlight the dangers of being in a relationship with a woman. You know, just because not everyone is bad doesn't mean that at the end of the day, some aren't. Who the hell is this guy, Scribe?
I'm nobody. Don't worry.
Are you guys like just hopping in to troll me right now? Is this like your thing?
No, I just a friend of mine posted your link to your Hangout. I just thought I'd come in and say hello.
All right. Well, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
All right. You have a good day, Scribe. Yeah, that was a nice enough guy. That was a nice enough guy. So, guys, it looks like they're going to try to come in and fuck this hangout up. But we've got our point across. They're afraid of us. They are petrified because they can't stop us. They are trying to take us down. We are winning. We are winning. Oh, okay. So, and now this fuckboy, Ranting Monkey, is here.
Hey, Angry, how you doing?
How you doing, fuckboy?
Fuckboy?
Yeah.
Don't be mad because I banged your mom and you got all pissed about it.
Oh boy, you know I'm not gonna sit here and argue with a monkey. This is just hilarious. Fucking monkey, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this only proves the fact. You have big YouTubers hopping onto my stream right now, 183 viewers, because they can't beat us. They are petrified of us. We have 181 people watching right now. They're only helping to get the MGTOW word out more. They called me a po. Jeff Holiday called me a po because there's no way I could be serious. And when I challenged him with statistics, logic, and rationality, he basically could not respond to any of it and then had to run away with his tail between his legs. There you have it. We are winning. First they laugh, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then we win. Let me know what you guys think if you agree that we are winning. We are going to win this war. Like, share, subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MGTOW or death. And cheers.